Okay. So where were we in Ramayana? Gautama Muni Ashrama, and they bid farewell after spending some time in Gautama Muni's ashrama. Ram, Lakshmana, Vishwamitra and his group of rishis, they entered into the Mithila. So yeah, Ahalya also. No, Ahalya and Gautama Muni, they were reunited and they stayed in their ashram. After liberating Ahalya, they moved to Mithila. So as soon as Vishwamitra ji entered into Mithila, Raja Janak, the king of Mithila, the king Janaka, came to know that Vishwamitra is arrived. So he came with his royal priest and army to welcome Vishwamitra, Ram, Lakshmana and his group. So who is the royal priest of Raja Janak? Shatananda. And after welcoming Vishwamitra ji, they offered him a seat, and all the ministers of Janaka and rishis along with Vishwamitra, they all sat down. And they saw Ram and Lakshmana also. Then Vishwamitra started narrating right from the incidents happened in Siddhashrama where Maricha and Subahu were killed. And then they entered into Vishala Nagara, and then they entered into Gautama Muni's ashrama. How the liberation of Ahalya happened, he explained. After listening to this incident, one sage was feeling very happy. He was delighted. Who was he? Shatananda. Because Shatananda is the elder son of Gautama Muni and Ahalya. He was extremely happy, and he was asking Vishwamitra whether he told the complete story, how Indra cheated Ahalya, how he came in disguise. Right from the story, did you explain everything to Rama, and did he really liberate my mother? And Mama Mata Yashaswini, he was telling, because his mother was doing great penance, she should be remembered for her greatness only, not for her mistake, because she had performed severe penance from many years. And Shatananda was extremely happy because his mother and father were reunited again, and he was praising Lord Rama. He was praising the Rama. Then Vishwamitra said that, yes, I have told everything. No hiding facts. Remember, nobody is hiding facts here. Even Shatananda did not want to hide, and even Vishwamitra did not want to hide. He told everything. So that's why Ramayana teaches us to talk truth always. Now, out of happiness, Shatananda wanted to, he was telling to Rama, Ram and Lakshmana, you boys are blessed to have a guru like Vishwamitra. He is no ordinary person. As you all know that he is a mentor or your guru, you know. But the life before that, I know. And I will explain the journey from a king to the Brahmarshi Vishwamitra. Earlier, long ago, there was a king called Kusha. Kusha had 4 sons. One of them was Kushanabha. Kushanabha had a son called Gadhi. And Gadhi had a son called Vishwamitra. At that time, his name was not Vishwamitra. His name was Kaushika. So, after Gadhi, Kaushika was ruling the kingdom. He was ruling it very righteously. And all his people are very happy. One day, he went on a tour around the globe. At that time, he went with the army of one Akshauhini. We learned in Bhagavad Gita first chapter what is one Akshauhini. One Akshauhini means 21,870 elephants, 21,870 chariots, and 65,610 horses, 1,09,350 foot soldiers. this was the army he was going with. After crossing so many rivers, cities and all, he came across a hermitage, which is Vasishta's hermitage. You know who is Vasishta? The royal priest of Lord Dasharatha, King Dasharatha. So, Vasishta was a Brahmarshi, the highest rank of sages. And in his ashrama, many rishis were doing penance, and so many birds, so many wild animals, they were happily roaming around, and his ashrama was very, very beautiful. Then King Kaushika entered into the ashrama and he bowed to the sage. After a while, they greeted each other. They discussed about how the kingdom is and how he conquered the enemies. After a while, Kaushika wanted to leave, but Vasishta insisted that he wanted to host him. He wanted to serve him and his army. Then Kaushika was puzzled. Can he serve? Can a hermit serve all these people? Do you think? He also thought that no, it's okay. As you offered me water and gave me some fruits, it is okay. Then he said, no, you have to stay here and take our hospitality. Please accept our hospitality and have the food. Then immediately he summoned Sabala. Who is Sabala? She is the daughter of Kamadhenu. Kamadhenu, she creates at our will. Whatever you wish, she will create immediately. So then he called out Sabala and said, we have our royal guests here. So please serve what they wish. So then heaps of rice, sweets, honey, curd, milk, everything was prepared in a fraction of seconds. They were all shocked, and the food is served in silver cups and glasses. The food is overflowed in the cups and plates. The army was very, very happy, and they had enough. They had eaten more than enough. And then Vishwamitra was also very pleased with Sabala. Because of Sabala, Vasishta could host them, right? Then he requested, as I am the king, I want to have Sabala with me. Then Vasishta, he nicely rejected. He said, I cannot give Sabala because I am completely dependent on her, and she is the main reason for all my sacrificial rituals keep running. Because she helps me in all the sacrificial rituals. So then Vishwamitra got little angry, and then he said, if you can't give, I will take with my force. I will use my power and take her. Then he commanded his army. They came and they tied a rope around her neck. She shook her body and she cried out loud. Many great warriors came out of her body, and they all fought with the Vishwamitra's army. Then Vishwamitra's army turned into ashes. Then Vishwamitra was feeling helpless, and he felt humiliated. I was defeated in front of a hermit. So he left and he left to Himalayas, and he was doing severe penance. And Lord Shiva appeared and he asked, what do you want, Kaushika? He asked, I want to achieve Dhanurveda, Shastras, Astras, all the weapons, all the powerful weapons I want. Then what did Lord Shiva said? Tathastu. He got all the weapons. Now he came in rage and he wanted to take revenge on Vasishta Muni. He went in and stood in front of the ashram, and he was releasing the arrows. Now this time the arrows were very powerful. They set out fire. The ashrama was burning, and around the forest around it is also started burning. The rishis were running here and there. But Vasishta, he came with his Brahmadand. one holy stick he had. He stood before, he was not moving here and there, he was just standing and asked Vishwamitra to release more and more arrows. Now he was releasing the powerful arrows. Even the powerful Brahmastra also he released, but everything is the Brahmastra swallowed. So now again he felt humiliated. Vishwamitra is very unhappy. What is this? What is the energy Vasishtha is having? The inner energy is superior to my external power. So I want to become like Vasishtha. So again he went back and he was doing the tapasya. Severe penance he was performing. Now Lord Brahma appeared and said, I am giving you a rank of Rajarshi. Please accept. What? I don't want Rajarshi. I want to become Brahmarshi like Vasishtha. Then Brahmaji left. After a while, from Devata sent a celestial lady called Menaka. She was very, very beautiful and a beautiful dancer. She was dancing before Vishwamitra, where Vishwamitra was doing his tapasya. He opened his eyes and he was thrilled at her beauty, and he invited her and asked her to stay with him. They lived together for almost 10 years. Vishwamitra forgot about his penance, and they had a child also. They had a baby called Shakuntala. Suddenly he realized, what am I doing? My desires are controlling me. I am doing tapasya to become Brahmarshi. So again he started severe penance. He was not having food, water, nothing. Then all the gods were in panic. Then they sent one more lady called Rambha. Now his senses are under control. Now he reached a state that he didn't even open his eyes. As Rambha is disturbing him, he just cursed her. Then again he thought, what am I doing? I have achieved everything, I am progressing, but still I could not control my anger. So I should not get anger. Then he started doing penance more. He was doing it in a severe way. Even the smoke is coming out from his head, it seems. Yeah, the universe is trembled. Then Brahmaji came and said, you attained the state of Brahmarshi. Now you are equal to Vasishtha. Then gods informed Vasishtha that Vishwamitra is entitled as Brahmarshi. Then he realized, after becoming Brahmarshi, then when he thought why he started all this, the reasons seemed to be very silly, right? He wanted to take revenge on Vasishtha, who was very noble. That was wrong, right? Now he realized how silly he behaved. But after becoming Brahmarshi, he did not curse anybody. He is completely changed, and now Vasishtha and Vishwamitra became good friends again. When Vishwamitra came to Dasharatha to ask for Rama, Vasishtha says, nobody knew Vishwamitra as I knew, right? He knew how he became Brahmarshi. So by saying this, Shatananda ended the story. Then Raja Janak was extremely happy, and they were feeling very, very happy to meet such a sage. And it was the time to stop. I mean, the sun was setting, so they wanted to go and offer their prayers. So they called off for the day. Next day, Vishwamitra will talk about Ram and Lakshmana to Raja Janak. We will see it in the next class. Now it's morals time. Never get angry. Okay. Again.
Don't be greedy.
Greedy means?
Kaushika asked for
Yeah. Sabala.
all the astras.
See, once
All the
destroy. And once he became Brahmarshi, he is called Vishwamitra. Till then he was called Kaushika only. Vishwamitra is, Vishwa is universe, Mitra is a friend. The friend of the universe is his name. And never do prayers or never ask God for destroying others. Right?